Wait. Are you sure we're going to continue? Okay.
So, hi guys and welcome. We're just waiting for a couple of more attendees. We're going to start this webinar shortly. I'll just give it around 1 minute and we'll start. Right guys, just a quick note, there will be a live recording available after this session. As well as if you guys have any questions, you can pop them into the Q&A section. I'll address them after this webinar. Right, hi everyone and welcome to the Sophos Live webinar on XG Firewall. In today's session, we'll be looking at some core new features of XG Firewall version 18, SDREDs and SD-WAN functionality. We'll also be looking at central firewall reporting, as well as review the new Sophos APX series. This is our biggest product launch ever for XG Firewall that not only introduced the new Xstream architecture, but also greatly enhances central management capabilities in Sophos Central for XG Firewall. We also introduced cloud firewall reporting for Sophos Central. With this release, we're solving customers' top problems with network security, including protection from the latest threats, performance for important applications, as well as ease of management. The key new enhancements to XG Firewall version 18 is the new Xstream architecture. The new Xstream architecture solves key customer problems by delivering extreme new levels of visibility, protection, and performance. Essentially, the new Xstream SSL Inspection solution provides unmatched visibility into encrypted traffic flows. Our new threat intelligence provides deep learning and artificial intelligence analysis of files entering the network to block the latest threats. As well as the new fastpath capability and synchronized security feature, Synchronized SD-WAN helps optimize performance with business-critical applications. Our new Xstream SSL Inspection engine offers high-performance SSL inspection with high-capacity connection handling with support for TLS 1.3. This gives you unique visibility into the state of your encrypted traffic flows. It also provides a great end-user browsing experience, so sites aren't breaking. We are unique in offering an unprecedented level of visibility into encrypted traffic flows. TLS Inspection provides comprehensive insights on the dashboard, as well as troubleshooting tools to allow administrators to deal with compatibility issues. Another key new feature in XG Firewall version 18 is the threat intelligence analysis. This provides deeper insights into the file-based threats and works alongside Sandstorm sandboxing. This will identify the latest threats, even ones we haven't seen before. Threat intelligence uses new machine learning models and are the basis for threat detection technologies across multiple Sophos products. This brings the technology to the firewall for the first time, enabling us to stop ransomware variants and other attacks before they can breach the network. Again, we separate ourselves not only on the protection front, but when it comes to providing visibility and insights with threats encountered. Administrators can get detailed reports on all files that are being analyzed, providing great insights into the type of threats users are getting exposed to. Right guys, let's have a quick look at a demo I've prepared on how XG Firewall's threat intelligence would analyze a malicious file. Right guys, so I've already got an XG box open here. So from the control center, you guys will see there's a threat intelligence tab over here. So you can either get to threat intelligence from here, or you can navigate to advanced threat, from protect, advanced threat, and then threat intelligence over here. second to load. All right, so these are all the files that was being picked up on the XGBox as malicious. All right, so I'm just going to use this first example over here. So as you can see, it was an exe file. This was the date and time it was picked up. Right, the recipient address was 10.0.2.6, and it was actually coming from attackondthewire.com. All right, we can see the file type was an executable file, and the XG actually blocked this file. All right, so if I hover over the status over here, I can also view some information on how it was picked up. So our overall verdict is malicious. Malware scan results, that's just the XG malware scan that's not enabled. That's why you guys are not seeing any detections there. Threat intelligence also picked it up as malicious, and the sandstorm scanning also picked it up as malicious over here. So we can actually go into a full report on this file to actually show your customer about the threat. So we can see the investigation was done for a specific file over here. The overall verdict, it was malicious. This analysis summary over here, this is just the process the threat intelligence will follow to scan the file. So we can see the overall analysis, we can see the feature analysis, feature combinations, structure analysis, reputation, and then sandstorm. Also note, you guys see there's a XG malware scan here. Currently it's not enabled on the box, and that's why I didn't do any scans there. Right, so just some information about the file. As we can see, it used the SHA-1 encryption key. It used the SHA-256 encryption key as well. Right, our machine learning also picked it up as malicious. So machine learning identifies many attributes of the file and compare their occurrences individually and in different combinations. All right, so for example, this first feature over here, as you guys can see, there were more likely 8,400,000 more likely bad files for this specific feature, and more likely 6,700 good files. So it was actually running through this process, comparing all these features to known and good bad files. Right, next up we have feature combinations. So feature combinations counts the number of good and bad sample files that have one or more of these features in common. So with the feature combinations, we've also seen it as suspicious. Then our structure analysis also picked it up as malicious over here. So structure analysis is like the DNA of the file. As you guys can see, there's 6 files over here, which had the strongest generic match to this file. 5 of these files were malicious, and 1 of these files were a good file. So structure analysis actually did pick it up as malicious as well. Right, and we also see our reputation on this file was suspicious. So Sophos used cloud lookups to a certain file reputation based on how widely the file has been seen. And how widely this file has actually been seen, it's been seen as suspicious. Right, it was also sent to sandstorm detonation over here. So we can see Intercept X machine learning picked it up as a malicious executable over here. Here we get some screenshots where the file was actually detonated in the cloud. We also see some processes it was using. We see some registry activity here as well. We get a brief file analysis summary over here, as well as it didn't use any signatures for this specified file. Also file sections it was using, resources it was using, as well as your imports. Right, and that's essentially how threat intelligence would analyze a malicious file on XG Firewall version 18. Next, let's have a look at application acceleration. We have introduced application acceleration in our new Xstream architecture. Administrators have full policy control over fastpath to put their important business applications all on the fastpath route to essentially transfer traffic at line speed. The benefits of fastpath is not only acceleration of application and lower latency, but also providing added performance for the DPI engine and the firewall. With this release, we've added another key new feature, which is Synchronized SD-WAN. With Synchronized SD-WAN, applications can be prioritized and traffic can be directed out the optimal performing WAN connection with version 18. On top of this, you get Synchronized SD-WAN application routing, which allows you to route traffic by application with the specified gateway. Some of the core SD-WAN features are Synchronized Application Control. Synchronized Application Control can positively identify 100% of all networked applications, including evasive, encrypted, obscure, and custom applications. Now, these unidentified applications can also be added to the SD-WAN routing policies, offering a level of application routing that other firewalls can't match. Another core SD-WAN feature is the WAN link monitoring. The WAN link manager allows you to configure gateways to support failover and load balancing. Using failover, you can minimize the chance of a service disruption to ensure you always have connectivity to the internet. Let's now have a look at the SDRED 20 and the SDRED 60. SDREDs offers a unique, simple solution to extend your network connectivity to your remote locations and branch offices. Sophos SDREDs devices offers a zero-touch solution to SD-WAN branch connectivity. With this release of the SDREDs, we have introduced SDRED 20 and the SDRED 60. The current firewall versions supported for these REDs are XG version 17.5, version 18, as well as UTM 9.7. With this release of the new SDRED 60, we have increased the performance up to 850 megabits per second. We have also included a modular bay on both devices to optionally add a Wi-Fi or 3G 4G module. This provides connectivity to wireless clients, or you can use it for a 3G 4G internet connection. Note a 5-year enhanced warranty is also included on both models. With the SDRED 20, a micro USB and a standard USB port is included on front of the device. On the back of the device, we have included 4 LAN ports, 1 WAN port, and 1 SFP port. There's also an option to add an additional power supply as the device has dual power included. With the modular bay option, Wi-Fi or 3G 4G expansion cards can be added optionally on the device. The RED 60, on the other hand, provides you with all the ports specified in the previous slide, with the exception that we included an additional WAN port as well as 2 PoE ports on this device. If we look at some of the technical specifications, the RED 20 have a maximum throughput of 250 megabits per second, whereby with the RED 60 you have a maximum throughput of up to 850 megabits per second. Both these devices have an optional modular bay, whereby you can optionally add a Wi-Fi or 3G 4G module. If you guys can please take a moment and review the table, I will continue shortly. Getting back to the SDRED 60, this device includes power over Ethernet functionality on ports LAN 1 and LAN 3. Note you can either connect one port for up to 30 watts or both ports for up to 15 watts each. This works well, for example, if you have an APX you want to connect without using any power supply. Another note here is that if you connect both ports and the amount of watts are more than 30, LAN 3 will be disabled and the connected device will lose power. With regards to mounting options on the SDRED devices, there are currently 3 options available: a built-in wall mount option, a DIN rail option, as well as a rack mount option. Right, guys, let's have a quick look at another demo I've prepared on the new SD-WAN feature in XG Firewall. Right, guys, so once you logged onto your XG device, you would go to routing and then SD-WAN policy routing. So per se, I don't have any SD-WAN policies configured at the moment. I'm just going to show you guys one quick. Right, my internal interface, that would be my internal port, or my incoming interface, because it's the port I'm going to be using. The DSCP marking on here, this is going to be the priority on the traffic. So 0 is going to be your lowest effort, and then 63 will be your highest effort. For this example, I'm just going to use 0. Right, I'll specify my source networks here. That's going to be port 1, my internal network. And my destination network's port 2. And if you guys wanted to specify any specific services or users, you could have done that here. I'm just going to, for this example, I'm just going to leave it on any. Right, and we can specify application object here. So I'll just quickly create one here. Just use Zoom for this example. Right, and down here you can specify your preferred gateway. So I'm just going to use my Afrios connection. I currently don't have any additional WAN connection configured on here, but if you did have an additional WAN connection, you could have set up your backup gateway over here. Right, so essentially what this rule is going to do is anything using this interface, using this source network and this destination port, with these services and these users using Zoom will be routed out this gateway here. So this is nice to actually route your traffic per gateway, or your applications per se per gateway. And also you got the backup option, which is pretty nice as well on here. Right, so I'll just save that. And yeah, guys, that's essentially how you would create a SD-WAN policy for specific applications. With this release, with this release of the new APX series, we have significantly increased the performance, throughput, and security on these devices. Our next generation access points all include 802.11ac Wave 2 standards, meaning that it utilizes multi-user, multi-input, multi-output technology and other advancements to help increase maximum wireless speeds. The APX 740 includes 4 radios and is for high-density, high-capacity, mid-market enterprise companies, whereby the APX 530 includes 3 radios and is mainly used for carpeted enterprise companies of all sizes. The APX 320 includes 2 radios and is perfect for high-density environments in education or small retail scenarios. Lastly, our entry-level APX 120 includes 2 radios and is mainly suitable for low-density, small-sized businesses. Also note here, with the APX series, Sophos included a 5-year warranty on all APX devices. Right, so let's look at the naming convention of the APX series. If we look at the APX 320's naming convention, think of this as the BMW series. The 3 in the APX stands for the model of the series, whereby the 2 is the number of radios included, and the 0 is the revision number of the device, meaning should we release a new version for the APX 320, it would change to APX 321. When it comes to wireless APX positioning, we need to take a few factors into account. Firstly, density. How many clients is connecting at peak times on the device? How much capacity is required, meaning what load should the AP be able to handle? The type of facility, is it a warehouse or is it a normal facility? The ceiling height, how high is the ceiling from the devices, as this could influence the wireless signal? External wall material. What type of walls does the facility have? Does the customer have a floor plan of the facility? Number of users connecting per AP device. These are the types of questions we need to ask the customer in order to create a necessary project floor plan to assist with deployment. For a detailed survey, please reach out to me on rudysmith@firstdistribution.com. My details will be in the chat after this webinar. Right, so let's take a look at some of the APX technical specifications. The APX series supports 802.11, AB, G, N, and AC2 Wave 2 standards. Management of these APs can either be configured on Sophos Central, XG Firewall, or SGUTM. The APX 120 have 2 radios and have a maximum throughput of 300 megabits per second on the 2.4 GHz network and 867 megabits per second on the 5 GHz network. The APX 320, on the other hand, includes 2 radios and have a maximum throughput of 867 megabits per second on the 2.4 GHz network, as well as on the 5 GHz network. The APX 530 includes 3 radios and have a maximum throughput of 450 megabits per second on the 2.4 GHz network and 1300 megabits per second on the 5 GHz network. Lastly, the APX 750 includes 4 radios and have a maximum throughput of 600 megabits per second on the 2.4 GHz network and 1333 megabits per second on the 5 GHz network. Right, guys, let's now have a look at XG integration with Sophos Central. Sophos customers are huge fans of Sophos Central, and for good reason. It enables them to manage all their Sophos products together in one console. With this release, we have introduced group firewall management and central firewall reporting with Sophos Central. We have also a new zero-touch deployment feature available, which allows you to deploy XG firewalls from Sophos Central. Group firewall management in Sophos Central makes managing multiple firewalls easy. When firewalls are specified in groups, their group policies can be synchronized automatically. You simply need to make a required change or update on one device, and the change will be synchronized to all other firewalls within that group. Sophos Central also includes a number of other central management features, like backup management, one-click firmware updates, and zero-touch deployment. We also introduced a full suite of new reporting tools in Sophos Central specifically for XG Firewall. Here you can see the new Era dashboard, as well as some of the new virtualization tools. From here you can create your own custom reports, as well as use the pre-packaged reports provided by Sophos. Another great Sophos Central feature is the new zero-touch deployment from Sophos Central. You can perform the initial XG setup in Sophos Central, have the device shipped to the remote location, and send the config file created. When the device is first started, it will grab the config and use it to connect to your Sophos Central account. You can now finish the setup all without ever touching the device. Right, guys, do we have any questions at this point? Edward, I don't see any questions in the chat. I don't know if you see anything on your side.
No, not yet. So no questions. I think you can carry on.
Right. Yeah, that was basically the presentation. So if there's no questions, I don't know if anyone has any questions.
I'm just having a look.
Let's just give it 2-3 minutes and then.
Rudy, this presentation, will we be able to email it to the participants?
We should be able to.
Okay. So if anyone wants this presentation, you just please add your email in the ask a question box and I'll get it. It'll come through privately, so it won't be displayed on the chat. So just put your email address into the ask a question box and then send it through and I will get it privately.
Right, it seems like there's no questions, so I think we're done for now. I just quickly want to bring up this last slide here. Right, guys, and that brings us to the end of the Sophos presentation. In summary, we have now discussed a few of the key benefits and features of XG Firewall version 18, as well as some of the key points with regards to SDREDs, SD-WAN, and APX functionality. So thank you guys for your time and for joining the Sophos Live webinar. I hope this was informative.
Cool. Thanks, Rudy. I'm just going to wait for those email addresses and then I will send it through to everyone. I think your microphone is muted.
Yeah, sorry, man. I think you muted me. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Are we still live now? Or?
We are still live. I'm just waiting for all the email addresses to
Okay.
come through for those who want the PDF copy. So I'll just give it another minute.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm getting quite a few through.
Right, and if you guys have any other questions, just send me an email and I'll see if as soon as I can, I'll respond to your questions then.
Great. Yeah, I have put your email in the chat box there.
Okay, great.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah, I think that's it. So I think we can sign off for today.
All right, thanks everyone for joining and yeah, we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.